Hello, welcome to BioGreat TV. If you're new here, please subscribe and turn on the notification so you don't miss our next video. Traditional rulers who fought against colonialism in Mali. Mali gained its independence from the French in 1960. Before then, the French had ruled over the West African nation for decades. Like many other African nations that eventually came under European domination, some of their traditional rulers fought against the French, defending their sovereignty to the point of death, and became inspirations to the nationalists who would later fight for independence. Some of these brave rulers are the following. Samori Ture. Samori Ture was a Muslim cleric and the founder of the Wasulu Empire. The empire, though short-lived, was very vast, extending to parts of present-day Mali, Guinea, Sierra Leone, Côte d'Ivoire, and Burkina Faso. Ture represented a very great resistance to French colonial rule in West Africa from 1882 until his capture in 1898. Unlike many other armies that fought against European colonization in Africa, Samori's army was well organized and well equipped with modern firearms. His army was divided into foot soldier, that is infantry, and horse soldiers, that is cavalry. By 1887, his foot soldiers numbered up to 35,000, while his cavalry were about 3,000, quite a large number. Ture's army recorded some victories against the French forces. For instance, in the Battle of Dabadougou in September 1891, his army overcame the French. However, Ture failed to push the French out of the heart of his kingdom, and in June 1892, Colonel Humbert led a force against him and captured his capital, Bisandug, forcing Ture to move his base towards the Bandama and Komoy River in Dabakala. He then began a policy whereby, as the French pressed on towards him, he burned the land in each area before he left. While this strategy slowed the French considerably, it also cut off Sierra Leone and Liberia, which were his last sources of modern weapons. The French had earlier cut off other sources of weapons which were supplied by British traders. Ture attempted to negotiate with the British in Ghana to supply him arms, but they refused to interfere in the war. He also attempted to create an anti-colonial alliance with the Ashanti Empire in Ghana, but failed when Ashanti was defeated by the British in 1897. When other anti-colonial armies were defeated by the French, particularly Babemba Traore at Sikasso, they were then able to carry out a concentrated attack on Ture. By 1898, he had lost almost all of the territory he once ruled over and was forced to flee into the mountains of western Ivory Coast. He was finally captured on the 29th of September 1898 by the French captain Henry Gouraud and was exiled to Gabon. Ture subsequently suffered from pneumonia and died on the 2nd of June 1900 in an island in the Ogwe River near Njole in Gabon. Guinea's first president, Ahmed Sékou Touré, was his great-grandson. Touré is regarded as a powerful example of resistance to European colonization in Africa and is remembered for his war strategies and ability to collaborate with different groups. Tieba Trauri and Babemba Trauri. Tieba and Babemba Traore were two brothers who ruled successively over the Kenedougou kingdom in present-day Mali. To fortify the kingdom against attacks from Samori Ture, who had been conquering several villages and cities, the capital of the kingdom was moved to Sikasso, which is situated on a hill. This proved strategic, as an attempt by Ture to capture the city met with failure. Meanwhile, the French had been taking over most of the neighboring territories. When they decided to extend their rule to Sikasso, they invited Tieba Trauri, who at the time was the ruler, for a meeting in Sego. After the meeting, the commander of the French forces made what proved to be a bad decision to escort Tieba back to Sikasso. Upon arriving Sikasso, Tieba turned on the French commander and had him killed. Hearing what happened, a French force attacked Sikasso, but they were defeated by Tieba's forces. However, when the French regrouped and attacked the second time in 1893, they succeeded in killing Tieba, but they could not capture the city of Sikasso. Babemba Traore, who was away in what is now Guinea, heard about the war and returned to lead the kingdom. Babemba was able to defend the kingdom from the French for another 5 years before they made a final attempt to take over Sikasso. They came against the city in April 1898 and with their heavy cannons blasted down the defensive walls of the city and gained access. When the battle got so intense and against the Sikasso army, Babemba called on one of his men to shoot him, vowing he would not allow himself to be captured. And so the Kenedugu kingdom fell to the French on the 1st of May, 1898. The action of Babemba to die rather than suffer the humiliation of capture is still celebrated today in Mali. The stadium of Sikasso, Stade Babemba Traore, is named after him. Both Tieba and Babemba are regarded as symbols of African resistance in Mali. What have we missed out of this history? Let's know in the comment section. Will it be ridiculous to subscribe to our channel? If no, please like this video, share, and subscribe to our channel.